going to greenfever.com/coupon.
Then go to your John Deere dealer during the Green Fever sales event.
Offer ends February 1st, 2016, subject to approved installment credit with John Deere Financial. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Ocala's information station, 1370 WOCA.
Ocala.
I know a lot of you already know Eddy Rivas. You know Rooster Teeth. If you have created something even before YouTube existed, and it was a science fiction comedy web series, and it's been around longer than most series, let alone comedy or sci-fi. I mean, just been around for a long time, and everything's been on the internet. If that asteroid ever comes near the Earth and wipes out the internet as we know it, you'll be glad you had a book published. That's what I want to say.
Yeah.
Our next guest has done that. He's written a book called, published everything. The Red versus Blue, the Ultimate Fan Guide, Rooster Teeth, Eddy Rivas, and Bernie Burns. Eddy Rivas is on the phone. You are a celebrity, Eddy. You've got a lot of people asking me when you're going to be on, and I'm probably going to look foolish because I have no clue. I don't know anything about Halo. Good morning, Eddy. How are you doing?
Doing great. How are you doing?
All right. Where are you?
I am in Houston, Texas.
Well, thank you for being on the air. So you go way back. This is not new for you, huh?
Yeah, I was actually a big fan of the show back when it started back in 2003. My co-author, Bernie Burns, is the creator of Red versus Blue, and he was the founder of Rooster Teeth. And it's, like you said, it started all those years ago, and they've turned it into this kind of huge online video empire. They've got 7 billion views on YouTube, and now they've got a movie coming into theaters next month called Laser Team. That
is amazing. There's only 8 billion people on the planet, right? I guess if people go back. I don't know much about Halo. Has Halo... No, Halo was a relatively new game, correct?
It depends what you consider new. It's been around since about 2001, I think.
Oh, well, never mind then. Okay, so...
There is a new Halo that just came out, though. That might be what you're thinking about.
Okay, so is the... help me out here. Is Red versus Blue strictly about Halo or no?
Not strictly. It takes place sort of in Halo. The guys discovered, it started with 5 guys in an apartment back in 2003, and now they're a 200-person production studio in Austin, Texas. They discovered that if you look through the game a certain way and move the characters around a certain way, that it looks like a movie. And so they started kind of recording lines and putting the characters in certain places and started making scenes of the whole thing. And it's got a lot of really accessible, really hilarious comedy, a lot of military humor, a lot of Office-type humor. So I think that's part of why it grabbed onto so many people and has only gained, millions of fans.
Oh, okay. Okay. And the book that I'm looking at right now, Red versus Blue, this is the guide. Is this like a strategy guide?
No, this is just a guide about the show. I like to look at it as a piece of internet history because it's documenting kind of how the show came to be, a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff about how they started it and about the process of creating it. And it's got a lot of supplemental material for the fans and for anyone that enjoys kind of gaming and stuff that would find really funny, just digging through it and learning more about the show.
And it's got the personalities of the actual characters that are in the game. You log on there how many kills they've had, and sometimes they're having problems with the kills, and that's pretty entertaining, I think.
Oh yeah, it was definitely a lot of fun. And like I said, I was a fan of the show, all the way back in 2003. So as a fan, kind of getting to come on and write this book, it was really cool to sit down and think about what would people really want to see here. And I had to log a lot of hours of Red versus Blue watching just to figure out kind of what all these statistics are.
So there's a red guy on page 111. and I know everybody who thinks I'm creepy sometimes is going to say, there he goes again being creepy. But I swear it looks like male genitalia on his face. Doesn't it? Do you know what I'm talking about, Eddy?
Yeah, I'm looking. That is an odd-shaped helmet. That is
doesn't. But right there in the middle, that nose area, doesn't that look like,
Yeah.
Like you see in the shower? Am I seeing it wrong? Robin, you look at that. Tell me, you're familiar with that part of the anatomy?
Yeah.
Does that look like that?
Yeah, it does.
It does look like that.
It does.
Was that intentional, do you think?
No, I don't think that was that. That actually is directly from the game. So I'm not sure if that was intentional.
You never noticed that before?
No, I can't say that.
He's going to look it up now.
Well, you know what? I'm creepy. That's why.
I like the fact that you have character dossiers in there.
Yeah. There's a lot of really cool stuff about the characters and some information that even if someone's been watching the show for this last 13 years, that they wouldn't even know because it's new for the first time in the book.
Are you going to have some kind of like adventure-themed series, like without the pictures, but you've got all of a sudden these characters and you put them into certain situations, and then you develop a book like that, and will it be in audio form?
Well, yeah, they were actually joking about this, the guys at Rooster Teeth, that if, the audio form is basically just watching the show.
Right, yeah.
So this would be a great Christmas gift, I would imagine, for somebody who loves this, the whole theme here, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure. And like I've been kind of telling some other people that, if you haven't heard of Red versus Blue or Rooster Teeth, your kids definitely have. They've got tons of shows, lots of young viewers. They have a convention called RTX in Austin every year that has about 45,000 attendees from around the world that comes just to watch their shows and look at their content and meet the guys from Rooster Teeth that started it all. So it's a great gift for anybody that is kind of into gaming, into watching YouTube videos about video games, that has seen Red versus Blue, and like I said, it's got millions of fans everywhere.
This is not a strategy guide, but when my son was younger, strategy guides were such a big deal.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I can remember buying them all the time for the games that he was playing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're basically not useful anymore because of the internet. You can just go online and kind of look up.
That's what I wondered. Yeah, I wondered if that was true.
You provide alternate stories, and then you also say things about unexplored character arcs?
Yeah, unexplored character arcs. We've got a few things where we looked at, I wanted to be able to include things that a fan would never have found otherwise. So we've got, there's, kind of the primary love interest in the show, Church and Allison. She's known as Tex in the show. We've got the first time that they ever met. So that should be pretty cool for fans to see that for the very first time. We've got some other side stories and things that the creators never were able to get into the show, but we said, maybe we can find a place for this in the book.
Oh, that is awesome.
It's a fully illustrated, very colorful book. It's got all the characters in the book, and it says some never-before-seen sketches in here, more than 200 full-color images. I'm reading from the material that was provided to us. Wow, so this is a whole world that I'm being introduced to for the first time. How do I get into this? Do I go on to YouTube or something?
Yeah, you can go on YouTube. Rooster Teeth has a channel there. It's Rooster Teeth on YouTube. There's also a Red vs. Blue channel. You can actually go on to Netflix. Netflix streaming has all of Red vs. Blue, and it's soon going to be on TV. It's going to be on the El Rey network on cable. You'll be able to watch all of Red vs. Blue, and they're going to be airing those kind of in 30-minute chunks, like a regular TV show. So,
oh, nice!
It's all over the place, and I fully believe that if it's not yet, Rooster Teeth is going to be a household name probably in the next few years. Like I said earlier, they've got Laser Team coming to theaters kind of around the country in January. And the co-author of the book, Bernie Burns, who founded Red vs. Blue and founded Rooster Teeth, he's actually going to be on The Amazing Race next season.
Really?
Huh.
Yeah, so he couldn't do any of these radio interviews because he is out globetrotting and competing on The Amazing Race.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow. So, Eddie, we leave the listeners with the website, roosterteeth.com. Is that right?
Yep, roosterteeth.com. That's where you can find the book. That's where you can find all their content. You can also get the book on Amazon.com and at Barnes & Noble.
All right. Well, that was a fun interview, and definitely something I want to become more familiar with, because I want to be hip to the kids, you know?
Yeah.
We all want to be hip with the kids.
I don't want to be creepy anymore. I just want to be hip. Eddie, thank you for being on the air with us. That was a fun interview.
All right. Thank you for having me.
We'll be right back. This is The Source, WOCA Ocala.
Thank you so much.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. Wednesday will be mostly cloudy, warm but humid with a shower around mainly during the afternoon hours, high 81 to 85. Wednesday night, mostly cloudy with a shower mainly early, low 62 to 66. Thursday, mostly cloudy and cooler with a brief shower or two near the coast. Highs between 70 and 74. For Friday, mostly cloudy and breezy with a chance of a shower, high 72 to 76. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
We're saving thousands with Robert Palmer.
So rule number one is always shop around. Always shop around. If you're trying to get a mortgage, if you're trying to get the best credit card, if you're looking at student loans, cell phone bills, you name it, rule number one is always shop around. Always shop around.
That's rule number one, just one more vital part of fighting back to stop being a financial zombie. Yes, you can take the mystery out of the complicated world of finances. Take charge when it comes to your money. Listen in on The Source, 96.3 FM and 1370 AM, Saturdays at 12:05.
Hi, Erica Olstein here to tell you about A Better You Healthcare's Poking for a Cause, Saturday, December 5th at CF's Klein Center, benefiting CF's